All right. So this is Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, starting in three, two, one. Close enough. It'll be off by a second.
I don't know what the last time I would have seen this movie is. A couple years at least.
I think I watched it when Dial of Destiny came out, but that's getting on 2 years ago now.
The movie came out that long ago?
I think so.
Damn.
It's been a while.
All right, I did not realize that. I don't even remember how this one starts.
It's with the kid Indiana Jones.
Is it?
Yeah. I love how it's shot though, because it looks like a bunch of like postcards from like the era, with all
Yeah,
those
it does
big
actually look
mountains
like
and things.
postcards.
It's really nice. There's one shot, especially this one here, that looks like a postcard. It's beautiful.
Yeah, you could actually just like take a screenshot of that and have a pretty sick background.
And that's an actual like rock formation. Like these are all famous rock formations.
Well, I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to film, really. All you'd have to just do is go out there, set the camera up, and get them to walk past, and then just call it a day.
Oh yeah.
And Sean Connery as Professor Henry Jones.
As James Bond. we gotta keep going on that series, Will. We're falling behind.
Yeah, we're way behind.
We skewed into a tangent. Yeah.
Yeah, but like, really, who wants to see us watch frickin' Moonraker?
Yeah.
Actually, apparently a surprising number of
surprising
people.
amount of people did, yeah. But next up is Diamonds Are Forever, which is not the best film, so.
Does have a good song, though.
Oh, it does, yeah.
It's awful.
Yeah.
John Williams, the fucking goat.
Absolute legend.
Why does Frank Marshall's name sound familiar? What else did he do?
I don't remember. I think he's involved in a bunch of these movies.
I don't know why that sounds familiar. No, it's because he's on like a bunch of frickin' movies I've seen.
Oh, okay.
I don't know what his role is, but he has credits with like Born Identity, Indiana Jones, Jurassic Park, Jurassic World, the BFG, Twister, like tons of things.
Probably like a producer.
Yeah.
And these guys are also pretty bad archaeologists. Continuing my little.
So Indiana
Critique.
Jones just saw that guy and was like, you know what? I'm stealing that guy's look.
Exactly. It is a neat little twist that this is actually like in the past and that's not Indiana Jones, because it sets it up where you think, oh, that's him.
Yeah. Wait, so when does he get his fear of snakes or the spiders? Or
It's snakes, Will. You just wait.
I don't remember this.
This opening will explain everything. How do you get the scar? Where do you get the hat from? What about the snakes?
How can they see that he had the thing? That's what I want to know.
I don't know. cut to that other kid just running across the desert, trying to find them. Guys, wait up for me.
They also didn't even take Indiana Jones's horse. They're just like, you know what? We'll leave it.
He's lost in the caverns. We'll never find him.
Those would not be good off-road vehicles whatsoever.
No, no.
I think the horse is a lot better off.
Mm-hmm. It's fine on like very flat terrain like this, but
the train isn't even that long for it to really matter. Like,
no.
You could really...
You just go around it.
Yeah.
No, I like seeing like a young Indiana Jones, and I do like the Young Indiana Jones TV show, by the way. But I don't like this stuff on the circus thing. I don't like circuses in movies. I feel like they're kind of overdone, and
It is a bit cliche.
yeah. And I'm sick and tired of seeing fucking circuses and things. Like so many cartoons and just random things. I just like it's not a setting I find interesting.
There's a lot of snakes.
Mm-hmm. See, well, there it is.
Yeah, but like, how does that emotionally scar him that much?
I don't know.
Should have just thrown the snake at the guy.
Yeah. Pocket snake.
That poor rhino.
Yeah.
You know what? This is how he did so well in Dial of Destiny. He's seen this before.
Yeah. But also, this train's going at like, a tenth of the speed of the one in Dial of Destiny.
Yeah.
This train's like barely moving.
See, maybe if he had an irrational fear of lions, would make more sense.
Yeah. But this is where he gets the whip, Will.
Cut himself.
Well, that's to explain Harrison Ford's scar on his chin.
Yeah, but it doesn't need to be explained.
I know. That is why this is an issue. This is the start of all the stuff that Star Wars gets criticized a lot for. It's like over-explaining all these origins and stuff.
It could just be a character detail.
Yeah. Who are your people? I have no people. Han Solo.
Sleep snake.
There's no such thing as magic.
That's not true. Wouldn't the box just have a trapdoor in it?
Yeah, it has a trapdoor on the bottom, and that would go through the bottom of the train. Which is weird. Why would you have that built into the train?
Yeah, I don't know.
Unless the side opens up, and that's where you do
And the train isn't
performance
even
from.
going that fast if he was able to just fall out, get up, and run.
Yeah, yeah. Beautiful Comic Sans. We named the dog Indiana.
I don't think he should have that book.
Probably not. I like how Indy's dad just stays in his room and just doesn't.
Yeah, literally
It's like
doesn't
10
even-
people walk into his house and he doesn't hear them.
That's just demeaning. Like,
Here, kid. Fuck you.
and the fact he's kept the hat all this time. Like,
Yeah.
oh my god, it's the same guy.
He is just known as Fedora. He doesn't have a name. Says the guy 20 years older than him.
Yeah. Indiana Jones just killed that guy.
Oh, he's gonna kill everyone on this boat, Will.
I guess that's true.
Not on purpose, of course, but
Realistically, the amount of water hitting them would be crazy dangerous.
oh yeah.
Like, it's not having any effect on them, but they would be getting basically swept away.
Yeah, the boat would be moving like you wouldn't believe.
Yeah, I don't think he would be able to stand there like that.
Yeah. Especially that guy with the crooked leg or whatever.
Yeah, the cane.
Yeah. I mean, what's Indy's plan here? Like, just swim to shore? Like, looks like they're in the middle of the ocean.
Jesus. And he's in a leather jacket.
Yeah.
Like, takes that guy's hat.
I like the effect that there's like a big hole in it. Like the guy got a big piece of shrapnel blown into his head.
I don't think going to the philosophy class is going to get you truth. If anything, it's going to get you less truth.
I think he means truth in more of the spiritual sense.
Yeah, but I feel like archaeology is at least closer to the truth than philosophy.
Yeah, but it's close to fact, Will. There's a difference between truth and fact, and that's what he's trying to emphasize. How? I don't fucking know.
Yeah, but nothing in philosophy is going to be argued as fact.
Yeah.
That's kind of the whole fucking point.
Yeah.
Indiana Jones out here with the hot takes on philosophy.
Yeah.
It's wild that it's never explained how he got out of the middle of the ocean.
Yeah, don't worry about it. Somehow Indiana Jones survived. I like that they brought back Marcus Brody. He's one of my favorite characters.
Well, they kind of bring him in every movie, don't they?
No. No, he's only in this one and Raiders.
Oh.
Because he's not in Temple of Doom, and then he died after making this movie, so.
Oh, yeah, I guess Temple of Doom, he...
Because he spends all of Temple of Doom in Asia. He doesn't go back home. Also, Indy's a bad teacher. In terms of, like, anything outside of the class.
Well, I mean, half of his students are apparently trying to bang him.
Well, besides that, Will. There's a crack in the glass. They're just pounding on it, about to break it.
He's the worst office. Also, he has a fan next to the boiler.
Well, he
So it's
needs
just
it.
be blowing hot air on him.
Yeah.
Big reveal.
Uh-oh. Who are these people?
I do like they made Indiana Jones a timepiece just right before World War II.
Yeah, yeah.
Or I guess period piece, not timepiece.
Timepiece.
It's not ominous at all.
Mm-hmm. The great Julian Glover. I love him. He's a great actor.
I just happen to be rich.
Time for that lore drop, Will.
Yeah, got to get that exposition for the Grail.
Yeah.
The Grail! I seek the Grail.
What is your quest?
I seek the Ark.
The Sankara Stones.
What is your favorite color? Brown. No. Green. La. Or no, I guess what does he say? Green. No. Yellow.
Something like that, yeah. Just a couple of random colors. I know,
What is the wind speed velocity of a swallow? African or American? I don't know that.
I know when they were making this, they were worried about doing the Holy Grail as the MacGuffin, because of Monty Python. I don't know why I'm blanking on the name of that, but because originally they were gonna do like some like Peaches of Wisdom or some like really weird stuff with like orangutans and things, and eventually they saw sense and were like, okay, let's just do something normal.
Yeah, they're like, after the failure that is Temple of Doom, we gotta come back here and really ground this back into what we know.
Yeah, like they took like what 6 years, I think, 5 or 6 years to get to this one.
Yeah, it took it's a serious jump.
Yeah, it's a big gap.
And then it's another massive gap to Crystal Skull, and then another massive gap till Dial.
Your mission, should you choose to accept it.
After the Grail was entrusted to Joseph of Arimathea, it disappeared and was lost for 1,000 years before it was found again by 3 knights of the First Crusade, 3 brothers to be exact.
I've heard this one as well. 2 of those brothers walked out of the desert 150 years after having found the Grail and began the long journey back to France, but only one of them made it. And before dying of extreme old age, he supposedly imparted his tale to a Franciscan friar, I think.
Not supposedly, Dr. Jones. This is the manuscript in which the friar chronicled the knight's story. It doesn't reveal the location of the Grail, I'm afraid, but the knight promised that 2 markers that had been left behind would. This tablet is one of those markers. It proves the knight's story is true. But as you pointed out, it's incomplete. Now, the second marker is entombed with the knight's dead brother. Our project leader believes that tomb to be located within the city of Venice, Italy. As you can now see, Dr. Jones, we're about to complete a great quest that began almost 2,000 years ago.
Yeah, with King Arthur.
You could be more right than you know. We've hit a snag.
They don't even get the Holy Grail in that movie, do they?
No. Or they like see it, but like I don't think they get it.
Yeah, they go to the castle and they all get arrested.
Yeah.
A great movie.
Like the way it ends is just so unhinged.
And that's entirely like because of a budget limitation too. They're
I
like,
know.
we can't afford to film this giant battle, so let's just have them get arrested.
Why don't you try my father?
We already have. Your father is the man who's disappeared.
You talk about burying the lead. Oh, by the way, your dad is missing.
Yeah, you should maybe fucking start there.
Yeah.
Hey, by the way, your dad is missing because we sent him to look for the Grail, which is a very real thing.
But look at this wonderful tablet. Yeah, because he vanished. He quote unquote went missing. No, he just lives like that.
This is just his room.
Just piles and piles of trash.
His notebook.
Every clue he followed, every discovery he made, a complete record of his search for the Holy Grail. His whole life. Wouldn't have said this to me. But I knew. Someone was wondering everything.
I seek the Grail.
Those look like the Monty Python Knights.
I think it's just the painting style.
Yeah. Just needs like a giant foot to come and just crush him.
Young Sean Connery.
He's Bond. James Bond. Or maybe Zardoz. Yeah. Get Marcus Brody on the adventure.
Wait, isn't he in Star Wars?
Yeah, he's General Veers.
Yeah, okay. I was like, why does he look familiar?
Comm scans have detected. Yeah. There's a lot of Star Wars actors in this. Also, a lot of Doctor Who actors, too.
Well, it is directed by Spielberg and written by George Lucas, so
Yeah.
it's not surprising when Star Wars is essentially directed and written by Lucas and produced by Spielberg.
Yeah, because Julian Glover, he was in Star Wars. Harrison Ford, obviously. There's going to be a few more that pop up.
Is it just me, or is it odd that they would fly up to east coast of Canada to then fly across to Europe?
No, that's what they used to do.
Really?
Well, because it's like the easternmost point of North America.
But then why not just fly to like Greenland
Didn't have the infrastructure for Greenland back then.
or Iceland? And
Also,
then
it's
fly
like
down?
that's really far up north too. Like it's
I guess.
dangerous for planes to go up there.
I've been there. Actually, that clock tower in the background, I've literally been up in the top of that clock tower.
Yeah.
It's pretty good view.
Elsa's my favorite out of all the Indiana Jones girls,
That's controversial take, Steve.
and not because she's a Nazi, Will. Although that helps. No, I'm just...
Cut that out. Cut that out.
cut. No, joking. Like, I like Marion a lot, but I don't know. She kind of just descends as a character in her subsequent appearances.
You mean her one other subsequent?
No,
appearance?
she's in two other films. She's in Kingdom of the Crystal Skull, and she's also very briefly at the end of Dial of Destiny. But I don't really like her in those other two movies. And, well, Willie Scott, enough has been said about that the last time we watched these movies.
Yeah, we didn't like her.
No, not really. I like some of her scenes, like the ones when they were like, will they, won't they, in the bedroom, and then like the guy strangles Harrison Ford. Yeah, I like that
it's
scene.
maybe a bit funny, but I don't know. Overall, it's kind of meh.
She didn't really fit the movie, was the thing. The character, not the actress. She would have been fine in it,
Yeah,
in a different role.
it's a cool library.
Mm-hmm.
It's more of a notebook than a diary.
He was drawing it the day that stranger touched my head.
He was drawing it the day I got this hat.
When I got these scars. I like that they don't trust her immediately.
Well, she is the only person that was like, yeah, I saw him, and then he disappeared.
I saw your father. He was in here. And then he just disappeared.
And she's German, and given what, would be going on around this time, I don't
Yeah.
think people would be a huge fan of her.
No, no.
I like how he's like, look around for the 10, and they both just are like,
Like, no, it's not obviously going to be on those modern bookshelves.
yeah, exactly.
And these giant stone pillars, and they're like, I wonder if it's in this book. It's like checking the same spots that you're just in.
Yeah.
They're not very good at looking. Indy's like the only one actually doing work here. Probably because that just kind of ends. There's probably nothing on the other side.
What? Why did he have to go up to look at that? He didn't just look down at the ground and been like, oh.
I guess it's not as apparent when you're kind of at that level.
I don't know. It looks pretty apparent.
Yeah. No, Indy, don't destroy this priceless artifact. I like this joke. It's a bit dumb, but I like it a lot.
Einstein is like, what the hell?
What is this power?
Just drops her.
Yeah. They should have brought Marcus down. He would have just died immediately. You, 70-year-old man, come trudge through this petrol. Ah, yes, Venice, famous for underground stuff.
Yeah. And pagan symbols
Yeah.
that would be before Venice was created?
Yeah.
That doesn't make sense. Dun dun dun.
The Brotherhood of the Cruciform Sword.
They really didn't need to move him if they're just gonna move him that far.
Yeah.
I feel like it would have made more sense to do this in Paris.
Yeah. Or like Venice is a cool location.
Sure, but like they're even saying like, oh, the Crusades, and then they went back to Paris. Like,
Yeah.
put it in fucking Paris.
That would have been nice.
And then the whole underground catacomb things would actually also make sense.
Yeah, it's very French. It's very French.
It's an odd look.
Fuck. Again, like I've said, Indiana Jones, terrible archaeologist.
Yeah, just defiled that corpse.
Yeah. I think that's illegal in a lot of places.
I mean, you got to think though, like how good of archaeology were they in the 1930s?
They were better than this, Will. They weren't using human bones as torches.
I guess. But you got to think though, you're on the mission to find the Grail, Steve.
Fuck the Grail. You're going to get more information out of here than you're going to get from a fucking cup.
Also, they're about to die of the plague.
Oh, yeah. Good old-fashioned boobos.
The Order of the Fez.
The Shriners.
Honestly, that number of rats is horrifying.
Yeah.
He stepped on one. Rats were definitely harmed in the making of this movie.
I think accidentally, yeah, probably. But Harrison Ford actually likes rats. He used to have pet rats when he was younger.
Yeah, get in the dirty water.
Yeah, it's not even water, Will. It's petroleum. Which I would not be, carrying a giant torch over top of.
Well, I mean, the fire is literally dripped into the.
Yeah, it totally has.
Like,
They should have been incinerated, like step one.
and she had the lighter.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that too.
Filming that would suck.
Oh yeah.
See, look at it dripping.
It's coming up. Leaking like a sieve. They're lucky they picked the right one. Because there's like 20 coffins in this room.
Yeah, but this one had extra markings.
Oh, my bad. So you can see the other ones are underwater. Wouldn't she know about that? Like, why is she asking about it? When he was a kid, he went on a circus train and fell in a pit of rats.
Okay, well, they would also just have blown up.
Yeah, they would have exploded in a fireball.
That's not how this would work, I don't think.
No, I'm not sure, but
Also, literally look at all the rats freaking out in the
yeah,
what I would assume is actually water.
yeah. These aren't real rats, obviously.
I don't think getting under is saving you.
No. I mean, there's fire literally in this coffin. Also, I would not be able to open your eyes in a vat of gasoline. I could barely even do that in like actual water.
Whole temple just fucking explodes.
Just fire shoots out of that manhole.
Sewer people, run!
Do you smell gasoline? Someone just drops a cigarette and they burst into flames.
Yeah, boat chase.
Also, if any of that petroleum got out, it would just float on top of all this water, and that'd be a very deadly hazard for everyone in Venice. They've just condemned all of Venice to death.
That guy is committed to the cause. He literally launched himself out of that boat.
Yeah. Also, they must be so surprised that they survived that. They're like, how the fuck did you manage that?
Magic.
Oh yeah, magic's real in this universe. I forgot.
That guy is shooting a lot of times by accident. Oh
Yeah.
my god, Indiana Jones is just pummeling that guy.
Oh yeah. Her accent's slipping a little bit in that line.
Yeah.
I've always noticed that her accent like it varies a lot in this scene. Because Alison Doody isn't German; she's from the UK. Go between them.
I mean, actors usually struggle with accents anyways.
Oh yeah, yeah. I don't like blame her for it or anything, but just something I've watched this movie so many times. I've noticed that, especially because they make a point of like what they were saying.
I feel like that wouldn't blow up like that. Also, now they're going to be arrested by MPs.
Yeah. Yeah, they're traumatizing all these poor dock workers and everything. Tugboat drivers.
I think their boat would be sinking.
Yeah. I've literally met God.
Yeah, I have seen shit you can't even comprehend. I literally was there when the Ark was opened.
Where was the Brotherhood when the Ark was opened?
Yeah.
Oh, sick tat, dude.
You know, do you think that Hyperion with the cruciform stole this?
I don't know, maybe. I think they probably have like a shared kind of point of inspiration.
Because in Hyperion, in the first story, there's obviously the cruciform,
Yeah.
or like the cruciform virus, or whatever it is that like attaches it to you.
Mm-hmm. It annoys me he didn't fix his collar, so his tie's just like around his neck.
She's like, "Yeah, I'm holding him, you fucking idiot.
Yeah.
I'm German."
I mean, they didn't get much. Like,
Also, Indiana Jones from being in all that water probably wrecked the book.
oh yeah, totally. Also, Marcus, keep this away from any heat whatsoever. He looks fucking deranged.
Ah!
You know where it was? All right, Marcus, you go find the Grail on your own. I'm gonna go rescue my dad. Indy. I think we find out later she had to do all this like messing up on her own. And somehow he believes she didn't like hear any of this.
How did they not hear her trashing the place?
Yeah, I know, right? Hey, Marcus is in the other room. Like, we can't really be doing this. Indy, you go ahead. I'll just listen. He's got a little
Well,
cups
apparently
on
they're both deaf if they didn't fucking hear her trash 2 rooms.
Yeah. Marcus!
Did you say something?
That's all right. He just like wandered off to go find the Grail.
He just left. He's like, I know where it is.
Off to a Skendron. Just walks there.
Indiana Jones is like, I have.
He's like, whoa, okay. Fuck.
How dare you kiss me?
Usually I'm the forward one. God, this is
Also,
hot.
it's wrong that she, was begging his dad.
Yeah, but don't worry about that. That was an ad lib from Sean Connery.
Absolutely insane.
Yeah. I like to think Marcus is probably just used to that. Probably hears it all the time with Indy and his fucking students.
Just hears clapping sounds coming from Indy's office.
My, you have a lot of students waiting to get for your office hours?
What?
Well, sorry, I've like to be really personable. You're gonna get kinky.
I feel like she wouldn't even be allowed near Austria at this
Yeah.
point.
Well, yeah. I go, this is his best plan. Like he made it up like 5 seconds before they get in there. This guy's in Doctor Who as well. I love his voice. It's right. He looks like that sarcophagus.
He does. They literally, actually, that has to be the same guy. Just look at the side profile; it's
Yeah,
identical.
It's perfect. Oh my god, that's funny. I never noticed that.
It has to be made after him. Like someone in props must have just been like, ah.
How dare he?
You just slap that guy for doing his job
Yeah.
while you're trying to break in here.
They probably stuck him in that Iron Maiden.
Hey, this kind of looks like him.
It's perfectly shaped for me.
So basically, Elsa definitely knew exactly was in this castle.
Oh yeah. Also, Indy's just like, oh, invasion plans. Let's never mention those to the government.
Seems perfectly valid.
Oh yeah.
His one concern is the Grail.
He doesn't care about Poland, Will. Hitler can have it. I don't care. I want the fucking Grail.
Honestly, Elsa's concern face is probably for the fact that the Nazis should be like, "Who's that guy, Elsa?"
Ooh, got a new boyfriend? Oh yeah, isn't he beautiful? Danke.
I don't think that would be their opinions on
On
Indiana
Indiana
Jones.
No. He is not Aryan enough for you. His hair is too brown.
That's totally how a whip works.
Yeah. Well, you can kind of do stuff like that with a whip.
I don't know.
Junior.
Yeah, the Scottish accent is really coming out.
Yeah.
Forgive myself.
Oh, it's fine, Dad. Don't worry about it.
I don't think he said it's fine. He's like, and it hurts my head.
I mean, if they weren't alerted from you breaking through the fucking window, they're not going to be alerted when he breaks a pot.
I like that he goes and just sits down with his bag. He's like,
Yeah.
not my problem.
He's got his fucking socks hanging up there and drying. Didn't even give the guy a bed. He's got a desk and a little stool, and that's it.
Maybe there's another room.
Oh, maybe, yeah. Or he just sleeps on the floor. I like that they can connect on this.
I mean, they only connect because that's literally the only thing his dad cared about.
Yeah. You finally saw Ascension and started looking into my hobbies. They weren't that big. Those were Venice rats. Those weren't the big New York rats.
Yeah, it's not Master Splinter crawling up out of there.
The mutagen, Will, the mutagen. It's also a funnier movie than the other ones.
Yeah, but it's because it's got Sean Connery.
Well,
Don't. Do you think my son would be that stupid? He would bring my family all the way back here.
you are that stupid. I've always known.
You fucking idiot.
I shouldn't have dropped you as a baby.
This later, we should have mailed it to the Marx Bill.
Marx Brothers.
Easy. Why do you think I sent it home in the first place? So it wouldn't fall into their hand. I came here to save. Oh yeah? And who's gonna come to save you, Junior? I told you.
Jesus.
He's taking his anger out.
So basically, Indiana Jones started World War II.
Wow, yeah.
Considering he just gunned down 3 German soldiers.
Yeah. Also, I like that Indy's argument with his dad got so heated he fucking killed 3 people.
Yeah, he's like clearly sick of his dad's shit.
We should have sent it to the Marx Brothers. Fuck you, Dad! The lighting in this scene is really nice. No, it's fine, you know. Could happen to anyone. Oh, you mean that? Well,
But you should have listened to your father.
I mean, it's pretty obvious.
yeah,
Don't trust the German in the room full of Germans.
yeah. The hair stuck to his chin.
Honestly, pretty bold choice for them to go for pretty authentic Nazi uniforms.
Oh yeah. Well, they did it in Raiders, but it was all like the Africa Corps stuff in Egypt, which is not as well known, I guess.
I have to imagine that was Sean Connery trying not to break character.
Oh yeah. Well, the toxin or sleep line, I think, was ad-libbed.
I know, that's what I mean. So, like, that quick smile must have been him trying not to break character in his
Yeah.
own joke.
She talks in her sleep.
Because Harrison's Ford reaction, presumably, is genuine.
Yeah.
I misjudged you, Walter. I knew you could sell your mother and your trusted babes, but I didn't know you would sell your country and your soul to the slime of humanity.
To the slime of humanity.
It really says a lot of S words.
I knew you'd
Sell your soul.
sell your soul to the slime of humanity. These Nazis. Give me back my book.
This book contained a map with no names, precise directions from the unknown city to the secret canyon of the crescent moon.
So it did. Where are these missing pages? This map. We must have these pages back.
You're wasting your breath. He won't tell us. And he doesn't have to. It's perfectly obvious where the pages are. He's giving them to Marcus Brody.
Marx? Didn't drag through Marx swamp, did you?
He volunteered.
Keep that like a sore thumb. You'll find him. The hell you will. He's got a 2-day head start on you, which is more than he needs.
This is my favorite transition, I think, in cinema.
Compared to this man, he speaks a dozen languages, knows every local custom. He'll blend in, disappear, you'll never see him again. With any luck, he's got the grail already.
Does anyone here speak English?
He's covered in chicken feathers. This guy doesn't look evil at all. Fucking Nazi Morbius. Or Morpheus, I guess. Morbius. Wrong one. Egyptian mail.
Brody is not that smart.
No, no. He's kind of been flanderized a little bit. Because in Raiders he wasn't like a bumbling idiot, but I don't know. I like him as a kind of goofy character. It works well. And Marcus Brody was promptly shot and killed in the Egyptian desert, left to rot for 1,000 years.
Your presence platform is requested at the highest level.
So basically, Hitler requested her back.
Exactly. I need a hot German lady. See, he's a good villain. He knows what to do. You gotta get rid of them. Because they're definitely gonna escape.
Don't look at me like that. We both wanted the crown. I would have done anything to get it. You would have done the same.
He very clearly wouldn't, or he would have let you die.
yeah.
Like,
Like they think he's talking to her.
I mean, if I was Indiana Jones, I don't think I would kiss her. I'd be like,
Yeah.
bitch, get the fuck out of here.
Well, he doesn't really have a choice. Well,
He could headbutt her.
yeah.
Harrison Ford's face.
Yeah.
Do you think that was scripted, or do you think she just did that? And Harrison Ford is like, what the fuck?
I don't know. I don't think Spielberg and Lucas wrote in the exact directions on how to kiss.
Well, that's what I
somebody.
mean. Like, it's
Yeah.
probably not meant to be that way, but although I guess the close up makes it seem that way.
Yeah, maybe.
You should put 2 days stock. It would blend in, disappear.
Kidding, I made that up. You know, Marcus, the long sponsor of the museum. So you trying to reach my left jacket pocket?
Why'd they tie Senior's hands behind his back, but not Junior's?
Like I could see why they wouldn't have their hands like right next to each other. Like that kind of makes sense, but you'd think they'd tie them both in the front or both in the back. You know, I don't know.
Yeah, blowing on it will fix it.
What? They should have just shuffled over to that big wall of knives and cut themselves free.
Man, John Williams' score goes hard.
It's so good. This movie has the best music in Indiana Jones, I think.
We have Marcus Brody. More important, we have the plan. I'll bet it might happen. By the personal command of the Fuhrer, secrecy essential to success. Eliminate the American conspirators. Germany has declared war on the Jones Wall.
I got Hitler like personally. It was like, fuck these guys.
Yeah.
Death.
Well, he did gun down.
Well, that's not why though. They're like,
No, presumably those orders came in earlier.
yeah.
Actually, no, they wouldn't have, because they would have sent a message saying, "Hey, we captured these guys.
Yeah.
He killed 3 people," and he's like, "Oh, put them to death."
Yeah.
Our situation has not improved. Almost free.
He's like, yeah, we'll just charm our way out of this. The one lady that doesn't want to fuck Indiana Jones.
Yeah, but she wanted to bang his dad. That's what the smile was for.
Yeah. She's like, I'll take one, but not the other one. I don't believe Indy's dad would have been able to climb up there.
I don't either.
I know Connery wasn't that old when he made this, but like still.
How's the whole castle not just starting to go up in flames if the room fire is that big?
Yeah.
It's clearly right there.
Yeah, it's a big window. And then he probably broke his neck.
Solution presents itself.
The music's so whimsical.
Yeah, it is.
I just love it. Here, catch. Then why are you sending out a boat?
The boat is empty. You can see that.
Yeah.
I think I had this Lego set.
You did, yeah. And I traded you for the Henry Jones figure. But we didn't have the hat because you lost it.
Womp womp.
I think you lost it in your van, apparently.
Why do you remember that?
I don't know. I remember a lot of stuff. And then I traded that the figure to Connor for a bunch of Night at the Museum 2 toys from McDonald's. Which I don't think was a bad deal at the time, like price-wise, but, you know, looking back on it, that's one of my Lego trade regrets.
I mean, you would have been pretty young, so really.
Yeah, I know. And I could just buy the figure for like $8 online anyway, so it doesn't matter.
It's also not really something you need.
No, I already have it. Don't worry about it. I don't have a lot of Indiana Jones Lego, though, surprisingly.
Well, it got discontinued a while ago, didn't it?
Yeah. Well, there was the original run back in like 2008, 2009, and then they did a very small run of it when the new movie came out. But they canceled one of the sets, and it was just a fucking disaster of a rollout, so... Indiana Jones always suffers when it comes to merchandise. Like, action figures, they don't do very well. Like, books and stuff, there's not very many.
I guess it's probably not what kids are asking for nowadays.
Well, no, that's the thing. And even when they've tried to do more premium stuff for, like, adult collectors, it's not very... Like, the only things that, like, do well are, like, very boutique, like, replicas and stuff of, like, clothing and uniforms and you know,
People probably just want the
props.
hat and the jacket.
Well, exactly. That's all you need, really. Like, when you're a kid. You don't want a little toy Indiana Jones. You want to just be Indiana Jones. You know? How dare you kill a man? He's a fucking Nazi, Dad.
Going the wrong way. We have to get to Berlin.
Brody's this way.
My diary's in Berlin.
We don't need the diary, Dad. Marcus has the map.
There is more in the diary than just the map.
All right, Dad. Tell me.
He who finds the will must face the final judgment.
Doesn't sound like you need the diary to figure this out.
No.
Booby traps?
But the problem is he forgets what they are.
The clues that will safely take us in the chronicles of Sapanza.
Well, what are they?
Can't you remember?
I have a touch of dementia.
Now look, son, when you get to my age.
Half the German army's on our tail, and you want me to go to Berlin? Into the lion's den?
Yes. The only thing that matters is the brain.
What about Marcus?
Marcus would agree with me.
Fuck Marcus.
Jesus Christ.
That's the last one.
I feel like that's not the stance he should take when you know you were sleeping with the enemy.
Yeah.
If it is captured by the Nazis, the armies of darkness will march all over the face of the earth. Do you understand me? This is an obsession, Dad. I never understood it. Never. Neither did Mom. Only she did. Only too well. Unfortunately, she kept her illness from me. All I could do was mourn her.
Why is there a sign that says Venice and Berlin? They're in the middle of fucking Austria. Like, there'd be more like important cities before you get there.
Yeah, it's also just not really the direction, I don't think, even.
Yeah.
Because
Uh-oh.
Berlin would be west and Venice would be south.
Yeah. Yeah, they wouldn't be like on the opposite ends from each other. I don't think.
Like, unless it's meant to say, like, oh, this is the road, like the road to take.
I don't know.
Honestly, wild they filmed this.
Yeah, I know, right?
Like, I don't think you could do that today.
No. And especially Spielberg going from this to Schindler's List. Like, jeez.
Oh boy, we are pilgrims in an unholy land.
The guy playing Himmler there is the guy who played Tote in the first Indiana Jones movie. I guess this is his last role. Just like a background thing, but I think the casting of all these Nazi guys is really good. I couldn't find the names for like pretty much anyone else, but they all look like the actual historical people.
That's kind of messed up.
Yeah. Well, they got like perfect casting. It's really scary.
Where is it?
How did you get here?
Where is it? I want it.
Came back for the book? Why?
My father didn't want it incinerated.
Is that what you think of me? I believe in the Grail, not this busting.
You stood up to be counted with the enemy of everything that the Grail stands for. Who gives a damn what you think?
You do!
I don't think you'd be able to scream if he started choking you.
No. God, this is the kinkiest Indiana Jones film, I think. And the guy playing Hitler is the guy who played Admiral Ozzel in Star Wars. The guy Vader chokes to death.
Bold choice.
I think he's played Hitler like 7 or 8 times.
Actually, I remember you saying that.
Yeah. Like, how the fuck do you get typecast as Hitler?
You do it once,
Yeah.
and no one else does it.
But yeah, these background guys, they look identical to the real. Like, that guy looks exactly like Rudolph Hess. Like, spot on. It's scary.
feel like Hitler wouldn't give out autographs like that.
No, no.
Ah, the old reading the newspaper trick.
Mm-hmm. Always like that background guy, the pilot dude. I found out later on, it's an actor named Frederick Yeager who was also in Doctor Who several times, and I like his work a lot. But there's a deleted scene of him in this movie where when they're going off in the airplane, a bunch of the people on the Zeppelin go and get that guy because he's like an old like World War I pilot or whatever. But he's like been drinking, and they get into this other plane that's attached to it, and they go to like release it, and they didn't turn the engine on; it just plummets. I don't think it ended up getting filmed, but they did film some of it. And there's Pat Roach, the big muscular guy. There was supposed to be a fight between him and Indy on the Zeppelin, but I don't think they filmed it.
They cut it.
Well, either they cut it from the film or it didn't actually get finished filming. Because I don't think I've actually seen it. I've seen like photos, but. Hello, Herr Jones. I've heard from people that Indy's like German is actually pretty good.
Yeet.
They're like, oh fuck, this guy just like killed a Gestapo dude. Bring our tickets.
I feel like people would not be on board with that.
No, no.
The SS just got hucked off the plane. Or the blimp.
Yeah.
Or no, I guess Zeppelin. Whatever,
whatever.
same difference.
The dirigible. The great airship. Hindenburg. They're still talking about it.
Probably never, given your relationship.
Yeah.
It's just the two of us, Dad. It was a lonely way to grow up. For you, too. If you'd been an ordinary average father like the other guys' dads, you'd have understood that.
I was a wonderful father. Did I ever tell you to eat up, go to bed, wash your ears, do your homework? No, I respected your privacy, and I taught you self-reliance.
What you told me is that I was less important to you than people who've been dead for 500 years in another country.
I like this scene a lot.
You learned it so well, but you've hardly spoken for 20 years.
You left just when you were becoming interested. I'm here now.
It's a terrible way to view a relationship with your son.
Yeah.
Whoops.
I love that shot. He's staring daggers at him. Well, what do you want to talk about, Sean? We could talk about the Grail, or we could talk about the lady we just both fucked.
Then what are you complaining about? Like we have work to do. When we get to Alexandria, we will face 3 challenges. First, the breath of God. Only the penitent man will pass. Second, the word of God. Only in the footsteps of God will he proceed. Third, the path of God. Only in a leap from the lion's head will he prove his worth.
What's that mean?
I don't know. You'll find out.
It's a very Spielberg thing, using a glass to kind of signify something happening.
They're turning around.
Think of like Jurassic Park with the footsteps and all that.
It's a cool shot.
Mm-hmm. I love seeing all the inner riggings of the Zeppelin. It's really cool.
It's too bad we don't use Zeppelins nowadays.
There's good reason for that, Will.
Yeah, well, you know,
Oh, the humanity.
they can also still be done.
Yeah, well, these are for the Goodyear blimp or whatever.
Yeah, you just don't have to use hydrogen.
Yeah. Very true to Harrison Ford's character. I can fly a plane, I can't land it, though. There's actually a little piece of a Zeppelin in North Bay.
Really?
Yeah, there's like a little bit of the metal framing at one museum up on the Air Force Base.
Oh, that's interesting. I didn't know that.
Yeah.
I like the mix of practical, like very clearly they actually flow these planes,
Yeah.
and then the mix into whatever that is.
Yeah, on a blue screen, yeah. It's fairly convincing for the most part.
Yeah, but it's just some of the edges look off on that.
Yeah, the compositing's a little iffy. That's always been the weakest point of the Indiana Jones film, is the compositing's a little wonky.
Like that looks great.
But yeah, considering this is 89, this is a little rough for even then.
How is this a new experience? You were literally captured by the Nazis.
Yeah, you got tied up and like lit on fire. Like,
This is a new experience for me. The fuck you been doing this whole time then?
yeah, this whole movie's been them trying to kill you.
There's a lot of people with fezzes in this movie.
Yeah, I know, right? It's a very Fez heavy film, which I wasn't expecting.
Why would the pilot do that?
I don't know, man.
Is he trying to kamikaze them? Like,
Yeah, he's Japanese, Will. Fucking bumbling idiot.
Jesus.
He's a what? What'd I do? No, they don't.
I wonder how fun it was to film with Sean Connery on this.
Oh, probably very fun.
Although, I don't know, Sean Connery strikes me as someone that maybe wouldn't be fun to film with.
I don't know. It seems like he's having a great time. I feel like on other movies he would have been, worse.
Bird strike.
I suddenly remembered my Charlemagne. Let my armies be the rocks and the trees and the birds in the sky.
He's pretty cool at killing people now.
I don't think he's ever had a problem with killing people. He was
Well, no.
pretty ready to let Elsa die if she wasn't German.
Yeah, no, but like when Indy shot those dudes, he was like, "What the fuck did you do, Sean?" But I guess that's because his anger was directed towards him, and he was like, "Oh fuck, he's got a gun." This guy's also in Doctor Who.
See, I told you, heavily Fez-oriented film.
I know, it's very Fez. I think everyone in the scene is wearing a Fez except like fucking Nazi and Walter Donovan. Oh, and that guy behind him, and fucking Brody.
Gold.
Donated by some of the finest families in all of Germany.
Donated, big air quotes.
Rolls-Royce Phantom 2. 4.3 liter, 30 horsepower, 6-cylinder engine.
That guy's got a Falcon. Did you see that?
Yeah, I did.
To 100 kilometers an hour in 12.5 seconds. And I even wiped the count.
Yeah, now cars can do that in less than 3.
Yeah, I know.
You shall have camels, horses, an armed escort, provisions, desert vehicles, and tanks. You're welcome.
And tanks. You're welcome.
Ba ba ba.
Another man in a Fez. Who could have known?
We have no time to lose. Indiana Jones and his father have escaped.
You're only telling us this now?
This shot has always struck out to me because it's very jittery.
Yeah, it is a little off.
Yeah, it keeps going like in and out of focus.
Maybe it's the like digital scan.
I don't know. I'd have to check all the different versions of the film. I think it's more so like something that was wrong like on like set, like when they were filming it. Also, this tank was built for the film. It's not an actual tank.
Yeah, I gathered that.
Whistle, Marcus? I'd rather spit in your face. Little I haven't got any spit. Must be within 3 or 4 miles.
I like this scene. Since I don't have any spit.
Well, Marcus, we're on the brink of the recovery of the greatest artifact in the history of mankind.
I don't know.
I don't know. We found the Ark of the Covenant already.
And they find the dial.
Oh, the Dial of Destiny wheel. Fuck me. The dial's not even a real thing.
No, it's not.
Like, the Indiana Jones like treasures are kind of they're iffy because there's
No, but they're at least based in lore.
well, some of them are, but like because you have the Ark
You
of the
have the
Covenant.
Ark, the Grail, and the stones.
Yeah, those are all vaguely based into actual things.
And even the Crystal Skull is vaguely based on
well,
something.
the Crystal Skull's based on a hoax.
Yeah, but still.
Yeah, that's propped up by Dan Aykroyd's booze business.
Yeah, but
the
that's
dial-
not the point.
The dial is based on like a thing that is actually an artifact that people think is weird, but it's just like a little spinning thing you use to calculate like stars and shit. It doesn't like map the fucking vortexes of the universe where you could travel interdimensionally or whatever.
He's got an M1 Grand.
In this sun, without transportation, they're as good as dead.
No, it's not. He doesn't have anything to do with the guy shooting at you.
Yeah, that's
Oh, yeah.
true. They're like, it's Jones, all right. Nope.
Yeah, that's Jones, all right. He's like, I don't know who these fucking guys are, but they're helping us. All right.
Oh, Wilhelm.
That's the thing. That's the thing.
The cruciform.
The Brotherhood. There's compensation for my brother's car.
Who is he? Messenger from God.
I mean, Elsa literally has seen him before.
Yeah, Elsa's met this guy and he's watching him die.
That poor horse.
Yeah. These two remind me a lot of me and you.
Why?
I don't know. They got these like inside jokes and stuff, and they're just kind of goofy. Yeah, I think you're more the Sean Connery one, and I'm the bumbling.
I don't think that's true.
I don't. If we're trying to cast us as these two guys, well,
Yeah, but I feel like you got the archaeology nod.
I know I do that too, but I do look more like Sean Connery than you do.
Yeah,
But,
exactly.
I don't know. I think just personality wise.
I don't think so.
That gush-headed morons like yourself should try reading books instead of barking. Colonel! Jones is getting away!
Think not, Herr Donovan.
Not that Jones, the other Jones!
Just shoot him?
Yeah, like.
Compensation for my brother-in-law's car.
I just love this subplot about his fucking brother-in-law.
They have them in the belly of that steel beast.
You mean the tank?
Yeah, like you should know what a tank is. Yeah, I think the characters in Last Crusade that are carried over from Raiders are a little goofier than they should be. Like it's still fun. It's still a great movie. It's still my favorite of the Indiana Jones films, but it does lose its edge. It's a lot goofier, a lot sillier. There's pinups on the wall. Who's the guy like operating the tank that's just like jerking off in the corner?
They gotta remember who they're fighting for?
I guess.
It's cool they built this.
Oh yeah. Well, they built two of them. One that's like the actual one. They have like a stunt one that has like a much softer treads on it, and it's like kind of just the top half basically where they could film the scenes where Indy's getting like his head pushed into it and Sean Connery's rubbing his ass all over it. Yeah, I think the original one, like the fully operating one, still exists, but the other one, the stunt one, got taken apart.
That's lame.
Yeah.
I don't know if that's how that would work.
No.
Also, this World War I ass tank would not be that effective.
I don't think so. No.
Because they, I'm pretty sure, were wildly unreliable.
Yeah, to say the least. Like tank technology changed so much from like the First World War to even
World War II?
yeah, well even the mid 30s like and there's another big jump between like the start of the war and the end of the war. where the tanks at the end of the war are like basically what we used for the rest of the rest of that century. Like not much changed really.
No, but they are a lot better now. Even.
Oh yeah, yeah, for sure.
The designs are similar.
Yeah. Like it's more just optimizing it rather than like completely reinventing it.
Yeah. They should have brought back giant guy for this fight.
They should have. Yeah, they should have had that character just been played by him. I think that would have been cool. Although this actor is really good too. I like him a lot.
Jesus. Just roll off.
Yeah, yeah. What is it? The Prometheus School of Running Away from Things?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Well, at least for like in Prometheus, even
Yeah.
it makes sense that you're not going to necessarily think rationally to be like, "Oh, run to the side," because
Yeah.
it doesn't also guarantee you to be saved, because it's a giant ass fucking spaceship.
Yeah, yeah.
So even if you start running to the side, you may just still die anyways.
Yeah, probably. So you can't be incapacitated by a dead guy. Come on.
I think you'd be surprised.
Yeah, maybe, but like, well, I guess the guy's like fucking 72 years old or whatever, but you know.
I guess that guy died to some ink to the face.
Well, I rammed him into the wall, I guess. Marcus, have you been drinking? Yeah, I just made a sunstroke, my lad. Sunstroke.
Well, he's probably just delirious from dehydration.
Severely dehydrated, my boy. Severely dehydrated.
Where are we?
Is this my museum? I don't know. Where's Indy?
I haven't slept in days.
My urine is orange. Don't tell me that, Marcus.
That guy's having a great time. R.I.P. Indiana Jones's hands.
Yeah, I know, right? That guy looks like he belongs in like Disney's Atlantis.
It's not a great spot to be in.
Yeah. Those nitroglycerin you're drinking. That'd be a great movie to do, Atlantis.
That's wildly convenient.
Oh yeah, yeah.
If that was hooked on, wouldn't it still be hooked on when he tried to climb up?
They really fudged that. They really did. Yeah, that's my reaction to that. You call this archaeology? I don't believe it. Fuck you, Marcus.
He's like a turtle.
He is very turtleish. Am I not turtly enough for the Turtle Club?
Not turtly enough for the turtle club.
I'm going to be the master of the skies.
I kind of want to dress up like that for Halloween.
What, the turtle guy? Oh my god, yeah, that'd be
I wouldn't
great.
even look like him, but just the am I not turtly enough for the turtle club?
Just shrug a lot.
Yeah, man, like
I've never seen that movie. I've only seen the commercial like a billion times.
I know. I've only ever seen that too. I think
Yeah.
that would be so funny.
I think they filmed that scene on 9/11.
The turtle club.
Yeah,
Scene.
I don't know if it was that scene, but definitely like one of the days of production of the Master
Oh,
of
did you
Disguise
see
was-
that dummy get absolutely squished?
I did, yes. Yeah, he got fucking mangled. But yeah, one of the days of filming of the Master of Disguise was on the actual 9/11.
Yikes.
Yeah, I know, and they had to take a.
Well, I mean, have you ever seen there's this whatever meme or whatever where some guy bowled the perfect game on 9/11?
I think I've seen that. Yeah.
Oh, this video is totally getting shadow banned. We got
Oh, yeah.
9/11, we got Nazis.
Well, Hitler made an appearance.
Yeah, exactly.
Hitler, your thoughts on the movie?
Oh no.
9. Not good. I've always noticed that Sean Connery's beard's a bit longer in this scene than any of the other ones.
I'm not dead yet. I feel better.
10 minutes a newt. And I got better. See, there it is. It's shorter.
Yeah, it did just move.
We need to investigate, Will. This is Beardgate.
Probably just a reshoot.
I think so, yeah.
I like the detail that the whole back of his jacket is
It's
shredded.
fucking mangled. Yeah.
Because at least with Indiana Jones, like, he's wearing leather, right?
Yeah,
So
yeah.
it would protect it. But
Marcus doesn't even believe it. He's like, how the fuck did you survive that? No way.
he then dies from internal bleeding because
Yeah.
he got hit by a shovel so many goddamn times. And he probably has all broken hands and ribs.
Oh, yeah. And then just the literal god just gives him his hat back. So you earned this one, man. Fezzes, Will. Fezzes. There's Fezzes.
The cruciform of the Fez.
The Fez of the cruciform sword. The holy Fez.
Don't they film at Petra?
Yeah, they do. Off to go meet the Fremen.
Listen, Al Gaib.
Indy Al-Ghaib.
Muad'Dib.
We reference Dune a lot.
Yeah, well, honestly, I credit that to all of Javier Bardem's performance.
100%.
Because it's just the way he yells shit in that movie is so good.
Yeah, and it's easy to replicate too.
Yeah.
It's an easy voice to do. See, there we are, Will. The wonderful site.
I'd like to go to Petra.
It'd be nice to see it. Yeah.
Be cool for photos.
Although apparently there's not very much inside of it.
Yeah, but that's not what I want to go. I want to see the outside of it.
That's the more impressive part. Yeah.
Obviously, going in is still cool, but like it's to take a sick ass photo is what
Yeah.
I want to do. Why is the color so off on that one?
I don't know.
A fez.
The Fez.
How'd the Germans get there so quickly?
I don't know.
I guess they had cars.
Yeah.
You think that's what the inside of Petra looks like?
No. These goblins don't look as convincing as the ones in Raiders.
No, they're a little too thick.
Yeah, they look like a Halloween decoration. Also, how some knight from the fucking Crusade built all this? I don't know.
Well, they had 150 years.
Yeah, I guess the power of God and anime on their side, I guess. I love that video. It's so stupid.
I have the power of God and anime on my side.
Like, what?
I never expected to see you again.
Like a bad penny. I always check. Step back now, Dr. Shire. Give Dr. Jones some room. He's going to recover the Crusade force.
Look at that lion statue in the back there.
Oh, yeah, that's cool.
And you see the knight.
Yeah, yeah.
Say, Jones, ready to go down in history as a Nazi stooge like you. The Nazis? Is that the limit of your vision? The Nazis want to write themselves into Grail legend. Take on the world. And they're welcome. I want the Grail itself. The cup that gives everlasting life.
You think Hitler's gonna let you keep that?
Yeah, you're not going to be able to hold on to it.
I'd be drinking my own health, he's gone the way of the dead.
Yeah, no way.
Pretty sure you're gonna get executed by those same Nazis basically instantly.
Yeah, if you don't give it to them, they're going to be, oh, okay, well, we have other ways of making you give it to us.
Boom.
Boom, boom. 2 in the head. I remember before I saw this movie, you guys, like, as in my friends from elementary school, telling me about Indy's dad getting shot. And you guys described what happened in the Lego Indiana Jones game. And so I believed for quite a while that his legs got blown off. and I was like, and I read the novelization, and I was like, wait a second, this doesn't happen. I imagined in my mind this version of Indiana Jones
He
that was
just
very
like
good.
splits in half.
Yeah, his legs blew off. They were skeleton legs or something. Like, I don't know. It was bizarre. I had these thoughts of what Indiana Jones was, and it was not.
I feel like the same thing happened to you with Star Wars.
Oh, yeah.
Honestly, though, that's on you for not watching them sooner.
Well, it wasn't my choice. I didn't have access to these.
No, I guess not, but still.
But yeah, when I was a kid, I used to think that Darth Vader and Yoda fought, like, in the original trilogy.
That'd be sick.
I know. And it was all, like, in these, like, rafters and stuff. It was really cool. I don't know why I thought that, but I thought that happened.
Indiana Jones just lets him die.
Yeah, I got nothing. The penitent man. Now he remembers them.
Yeah, because he read them again.
The penitent man dodges the saw blade. But it's also very interesting that it's designed where it's a very kind of Christian kneeling position where your like upper body is like completely upright, as opposed to other ones where you're more bent
bowed.
over. Yeah, bowed. Because that saw blade in front will cut you in fucking two. Now, I don't think, depending on when they built this, that the letter J would have existed.
Yeah, well, you know.
God did it. A literal Deus Ex Machina.
Yeah.
Yeah, because the letter J didn't exist till, like, what, the 1500s? 1500s? I think there were originally supposed to be spiders with this trap. How Indy doesn't know that is kind of... Jehopa.
Honestly, he could have just left the saw blade going.
Should have.
Like, he just. This part is cool,
Yeah, I like it a lot.
but I don't understand the actual wizardry that went into this.
I don't know. Because you have to paint it perfectly to go with the lighting, and it's an illusion that I don't think could exist.
Like, in theory, it could, but you'd have
Well-
to basically be there at the exact right moment.
Yeah, yeah. I like the zoom effect there that they got going.
The dolly zoom.
Yeah.
Gotta love me some dolly zoom. There's a lot of those in Spielberg
Oh, yeah.
Spielberg movies.
Yeah, going all the way back to Jaws.
I almost said Spielbrick, which would have made no sense.
Yes, Steven Spielberg. No, it'd be Steve Lee Spielberg.
Or Stanvin.
Stanvin
Spielberg.
Kuberg.
Yeah, not necessarily impossible, just extremely unlikely.
Yeah. But also just like the different tests are very very varied.
Plus, you would just have to literally look to the side and be like, oh.
Yeah. Well, and looking back the other direction, it'd be very obvious because the illusion would be broken completely. And also, it would depend how tall you were too.
Yeah. There's way too many factors.
Yeah. Yeah. Saw blades makes sense. Hopscotch, sure, whatever. Tightrope, I guess.
Big reveal of the night.
Oh.
Knew you'd come. Strength has left me. The last of the 3 brothers who swore an oath to find and to guard it. 700 years ago, you turned to it.
That guy would have gone mad.
Yeah, oh yeah, yeah.
He spent essentially 1,000 years alone.
Yeah. Well, no wonder he's building saw blades and like fucking saw traps. Want to play a game? Also, same player clothes, I guess. Like, no one else followed along, just them.
I like the lighting on the night too to make him look kind of ghostly.
Yeah, yeah.
Which one is it? You must choose. Choose wisely. As the true grail will bring you
Yeah, everyone's very orange, and he's like blue. It's
yeah,
quite lovely.
there's definitely just a light on him.
Yeah, maybe a touch of makeup, but mostly done with light. I think. Yeah. Okay, some of these aren't even grails. Some of these are cups, or not cups. Fuck.
Chalices.
Chalices. I was gonna say plates. Plates is the word I was
Yeah,
thinking
well,
of.
one is.
Maybe the bowls that have fire in them. That could be the Holy Grail.
The knight is like. He's like, dude, come on. Like,
You must answer my riddles first. It's truly the cup of a king.
also definitely knows.
Oh yeah. Do we have anything to drink with it? No, it was written you should have brought your own water. That's my toilet. Also, does the knight eat?
No, because he has eternal water power.
Okay.
Also, why not just make Elsa drink it first?
Yeah, be like, oh, is it the real one? You prove it.
This part is actually like one of the most horrifying deaths.
Yeah, it really is. And it's done really well. Like I think it's a really early form of digital compositing. Because it's done with like makeup and then the stop motion stuff, a bit of computer enhancement to it. It's really impressive.
Oh, the eyes melting back.
Yeah. And also his clothes just like rot off of him too.
Yeah, actually horrifying.
Yeah.
Not be made out of gold.
That's the cup of a carpenter.
Off the little misdirect.
I mean, it makes sense that
But like the focuses on the one. And he's like, that's the one. And then it kinda like goes over to the one you weren't even expecting.
You have chosen wisely. The Grail cannot pass beyond the Great Seal. That is the boundary and the price of immortality.
I feel like the Grail definitely can pass.
Yeah.
You just have to run.
Yeah. I find it funny that because Sean Connery retired from acting, that like, even though he drinks from the literal Holy Grail, he dies in the next movie, like in between movies.
Yeah.
Go
Also,
on.
did he just heal the bullet into him?
Yes.
I'm feeling better. I think I'll go for a walk.
I'll go for a walk outside now. Do 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 do. And Marcus is just like, can I have some of that, please? Oh no, Elsa's corrupted by evil. No, Elsa, you can't go past the Great Seal.
It's ours, Indy. Yours and mine.
See, like, you definitely could.
Yeah, easily.
Also, just dropped it like an idiot.
Yeah, just bumbled and tripped around.
But, like, if you literally just ran out.
Yeah, you could have done it. But this is kind of why I like Elsa so much as a character, because she's like got some more depth than the other female characters in Indiana Jones.
She wants the grail.
Yeah, look, she's like a very complicated character. She has motivations too beyond, you know.
It's actually an insane smile.
Yeah.
He probably could grab it if
Yeah.
he just hooked his finger into it and pinched
Yeah.
it.
This is apparently George Lucas's favorite scene from this film. Is Indy's dad finally calling Indy by his chosen name, accepting him for who he is, and kind of giving up his. Sorry for yawning. Giving up his obsession, realizing that his family means more to him than this thing he's been focused on his whole life.
The knight's like, you idiots.
How will I live without my cup? You've condemned me to death.
He just walks over, picks it back up.
Yeah, well, I expect once they all leave, the door just like seals and it just rebuilds itself or something. I don't know.
He's like, fuck, I gotta rebuild all this.
He's got to do it himself.
Yeah,
God
it's
just doesn't even help. He's like, it's up to you, man. I'm sorry, dude.
Yeah, also, that would make God real in this.
Oh yeah, well
Indiana Jones.
we've already addressed that in the previous ones. Will.
Yeah, I guess.
You almost have to look at each Indiana Jones film as like being a separate thing, like lore wise.
Yeah, Indiana Jones should have no doubt that the Grail is real after seeing the Ark.
Yeah, but he's like, all right, whatever. I guess he doesn't really like doubt it exists, but he's like,
What does it always mean? It's Junior. That's his name. Henry Jones Jr. Like Indiana. We named the dog Indiana.
May we go home now, please?
I still haven't had any water.
Indy, Henry, follow me. I know the way.
Oh no, Marcus has gone full delirious.
And so ends the Indiana Jones trilogy. There was never any more movies.
No. God, I remember when Crystal Skull came out. My uncle went to see it in theaters, and he came back after seeing it, and he was like, "Why were there aliens in that?" I was like, I don't know.
Yeah, actually, the world of Indiana Jones is so fucked.
Yeah, it's so bizarre.
God is real. Aliens are real.
Yeah,
Time travel is real.
yeah. And multiple gods too, Will. Not just
Yeah,
not just your regular, the classic Jehovah.
Yeah, frick.
You got the whole Indian pantheon.
And presumably the Greek gods.
Yeah, those two. And if you go like into the books, there's all sorts of other crap.
Absolutely ridiculous.
Yeah. What a franchise. What a Great films, but if you think about it for a little too long.
never made any more again.
Oh, definitely didn't have a TV show as well.
Yeah, frick.
Yeah, but no, that was great. I like that movie a lot. I
Yeah,
always had
it's
fun-
so much better than Doom.
Yeah, I have so much fun watching this movie. It's so good. All right. Bye-bye, everyone. All right, so this is going to be Indiana Jones and the Last Crusade, starting in 3, 2, 1.
Oh, shit. Okay, wait. Redo it. I also have gum, which I realized I should get rid of. My bad.
Please wait for technical difficulties.
I didn't think that one through.
All good, all good.
Just nice ASMR gum chewing sounds the whole time.
Awful lot of smacking of lips in this episode.